Hello, hockey fans. Hardcore Puckheads here with another review of the past week in NHL action and some clinching news. The week ended with another team clinching a spot in the Stanley Cup Playoffs. Congratulations to the Calgary Flames. That's right, the Flames, who didn't play today, clinched a spot in the Stanley Cup Playoffs due to the Minnesota Wild's overtime loss to the New York Islanders earlier today. Islanders beat them 3-2 in overtime, and the Wild losing 1 point in the standings was enough to put Calgary into the Stanley Cup playoffs. This is Calgary's. It hasn't been that long since Calgary's been in the playoffs, but their last postseason appearance came in 2017, which saw five Canadian teams make it. Was it 2017? Yeah, it was 2017 that the Flames last made it, and um, and the Flames currently hold the number one spot in the entire Western Conference. And with that, of course, Canada is hoping to break that Stanley Cup jinx they've had since 1993. So one Canadian team is in. Winnipeg is in first place in the Central Division. The only Canadian team in the Central Division. They're in first place in the Central. Toronto is in third place in the Atlantic Division, and Montreal is knocking on the door. So at least two more Canadian teams will be the playoffs, but Calgary is in. So that's two spots down, two spots in, one in each conference, and 14 more to be clinched between now and April 6th, which ends the regular season. But as far as elsewhere, um, the Tampa Bay is closing in on getting the top spot in the Eastern Conference. They could have had it on Saturday evening, but Boston did not lose as planned. So they have to wait for another they have to wait another day at least to get that. But Tampa Bay is just Tampa Bay and everybody else now. Tampa Bay has 114 points. Nobody else has more than 95. Boston has 95. Calgary has 95 in the Western Conference. They lead by 1 point over San Jose in the Pacific. The Islanders and the Capitals are in a dogfight for first place in Metropolitan. Here's how close it is. Same exact record, same games played, same point total, same number of rows. Why are the Islanders the first place team? I think it's goal differential that puts them in. Theirs is plus 33 and Washington's plus 23. That's why the Islanders are the first place team. So it's pretty much neck and neck and neck and neck. It's crazy. Um, Pittsburgh has been flip-flopping between the Metropolitan top three and the wild card standings. But at the moment they're in the top three in the Metropolitan, even with their overtime loss to Philly at home. They have 88 points, which is three behind New York and Washington. Um, Carolina, who hasn't been in the playoffs since 2009, they have the number one wild card spot, but they're 3 points behind Pittsburgh. They have Pat crossed that third place line before this season. They might cross it again. Who knows? Uh, Columbus is 1 point behind Carolina. They have 84 points, and they're 3 points ahead of Montreal. Philly's win moved them within 6 points of playoff position. They have 78. Florida actually has a bit of a chance. They have 76 points. Buffalo's chances are kind of waning. They won in overtime, but even so, they have 71 points, and the Rangers just wait to be eliminated. In the Western Conference, let's look at the Western wild card. Arizona, Dallas and Arizona hold the wild card spots. Minnesota is 1 point behind. The Avalanche got a much needed win today, shutout win over the New Jersey Devils. So we are still 4 points out of a playoff position and 8 points out of third place in the Central. The Blackhawks, who actually passed us briefly yesterday, they have 73 points. Edmonton kind of has a chance. Uh, they lost big. They lost big in Vegas. They have 71 points. And they could have a shot. Vancouver has 70. They wanted to be a shootout against Dallas. Um, I said Vegas is in a distant third. They are 10 points out of first and 9 points behind second place San Jose. So yeah, so only two spots are in. Only two spots are in now. The rest will come. They always do. So what's on the docket as far as games? Well, for tomorrow, my birthday, turn 34 tomorrow. The Avalanche don't play on my birthday, not like the last 2 seasons. Each of the last 2 seasons, the Avalanche played Detroit on my birthday. And I remember on my 32nd birthday, Detroit beat us. But on my 33rd birthday last year, we beat the dog shit out of Detroit. But the Avalanche played today, and we're off tomorrow. But there's 4 games Monday. Vancouver and Chicago. That's going to be interesting. Vancouver, Chicago tomorrow. Arizona and Tampa Bay. That should help us because Tampa Bay is Tampa Bay. Jets are in LA, and Vegas is in San Jose for a Pacific Division matchup. Tomorrow, the Avs have a big game in Minnesota against the Wild. The Bruins play the Islanders. The Habs and the Flyers face each other. Pittsburgh and Carolina. Those are 2 teams jockeying for position in the division. Oilers and Blues, Toronto and Nashville, and Columbus and Calgary, top seed in Calgary in the West. The Sunday night, the Wednesday night games. The big Wednesday night game is the doubleheader. Tampa Bay is in DC playing the Capitals, and the Jets are out here playing the Ducks. The Avalanche have a big game against Dallas on the road on Thursday. Tampa Bay and Carolina, Detroit and St. Louis, Nashville and Pittsburgh, the rematch of the 2017 final. Winnipeg and Vegas. These are the 2 teams that played each other for the Clarence Campbell Bowl last year. That should be good. Only 2 games on the docket on Friday. Minnesota is in DC and San Jose is in Anaheim. The Blackhawks have a day game against the Avalanche. That's another big game. And Predators have played the Jets. Those are 2 teams jockeying for position in the Central. And next Sunday, the Avs and Blackhawks face each other again. And the Canadiens play the Hurricanes, which is a big game for wild card. So that's pretty much the story. Very close, neck and neck races in the Metro. Both wild cards are kind of close. Like I said, Tampa Bay and Calgary, the 2 teams who played each other in 2004 for the Cup. It could happen again 15 years later. These are the only 2 that have clinched playoff spots so far. 2 down, 14 to go. And I will be back next Sunday with a look at the playoff races. And I will have my congratulatory clinching videos up. So keep an eye out. Until then, enjoy the NHL March Madness. Good evening.